Continuing down the old dusty trail of June on the range, I picked up one of the Longarm novels, because I wasn't satisfied with my first book this month. If you're interested in this reading event created by Michael K. Vaughan, I'll have links to his channel and those of the other co-hosts for June on the Range in the description box. The 12th book in the Longarm series, Longarm in Lincoln County, is a precise if not especially engaging title. It follows an adventure of U.S. Deputy Marshal Custis Long, aka Longarm, as he is sent to the titular county in New Mexico Territory to investigate a series of murders, the disappearance of a territorial agent, and rumors about the presence of Billy the Kid. It sounds like a tall order, but Longarm is determined and willing to use official authority or violence as he deems necessary to track down answers. The situation gets tense as there are upcoming elections for mayor and sheriff. An unpopular cattle baron has complaints about someone rustling his herds, and the local Apaches and Mexicans find themselves at odds with both the law-abiding and not-so-law-abiding settlers. With the unpredictable assistance of a woman recently arrived to take over ownership of a saloon and a few other locals, Longarm finds himself having to be fast with his wits and his guns if he wants to leave Lincoln County alive. The book has all the signposts of a certain kind of Western novel. A lawman comes to town with the authority and courage to try and set things right. There are desert vistas, ambushes in canyons, gunfights, saloon fights, whiskey, gambling, hustlers, thieves, self-made men, and so on. But with a few minor changes, the whole book could just as easily have been a Mike Hammer story. I know there is a lot of thematic similarity between crime fiction, detective fiction, and westerns, and the Longarm novel is an example of that literary kinship. In its basic setup, this book has some similarities with Dashiell Hammett's Red Harvest. Longarm in Lincoln County, however, never really gets into the kind of deviousness or ethically complicated examination of the law or justice that other work does. In many ways, that's fine. This novel doesn't show itself to have those ambitions. It's not considering the complex quandaries inherent in police work, or meditating on the danger and violence of American westward expansion. This is not Cormac McCarthy's Blood Meridian. First and foremost, Longarm in Lincoln County is an adventure story for adults about a stranger and sworn officer of the law riding into town and standing against most of the various types of crime and corruption he finds there. The book delivers plenty of violence and sex to keep up its end of the bargain, and it gives us a protagonist in Longarm who relishes in the dangerous aspects of his profession. During one of the many chases and shootouts, one character points out to Longarm that he likes this sort of thing. It's true, and Longarm is unapologetic about it. He enjoys it, which gives the audience permission to enjoy it all as well. If there's anything that irritated me about the character of Longarm, it's that, as a lawman, he's not particularly competent. There are several early sequences in the book where he escapes because of a lucky break, and later he even says something to the effect of he'd rather be lucky than smart. My issue with this is less of a character problem than I have a suspicion that all this luck is really an excuse for the author to write Longarm out of a tight spot because it happens a few too many times for my taste. It isn't until the halfway point of the novel before Longarm starts displaying any kind of cleverness and dealing with the story's complication through his own choices and efforts. More than once, Longarm reminded me of a more contemporary U.S. Marshal, Raylan Givens from several of Elmore Leonard's short stories and novels, adapted most prominently in the excellent television series Justified. He, too, is oddly unreflective, but Raylan has a better sense of humor than Longarm. I chalk that up to Elmore Leonard's outlook and writing style more than anything else. Have you read this novel or any of the others in the Longarm series? What are your thoughts on them? Is Longarm frivolous, disposable entertainment, or should it be more highly regarded as a Western? Does the book seem closer to a Mike Hammer or James Bond story than it does to other Westerns? Be sure to share your thoughts in the comments. Also, remember to check out other people on BookTube reading for June on the Range. Thank you for taking the time to listen to my peculiar notions. If you appreciate this channel and want to support it, you know what to do. You can also take a moment to like, comment, share, or subscribe to the channel of another YouTube creator you enjoy, because there is no real justice in the YouTube algorithm. Until next time, read some good Westerns, live, and be well.